We can see the terrible sound from the guest room.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming to our presentation tonight. Today, we would like to tell you about Japanese summer festivals. Do you know Wasshoi? Wasshoi is the standard call when people are carrying Japanese floats. Japanese summer festival is enjoyable and energetic, so the standard call makes us lively. And we would like to share the standard call with you. After I say Wasshoi, please say Wasshoi. Are you ready? Wasshoi!
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 Thank you very much.
So, have you ever heard of Matsuri? Matsuri means festival. There are so many gorgeous, splendid festivals in Japan.
Today, I will explain about the meaning of Matsuri. Natsume will talk about fireworks. Finally, Risa will talk about the modern culture of Matsuri. Let me begin. So I asked this question to all of my friends. Do you know why Japanese people hold summer festival? Surprisingly, nobody knows the answer. So when you join the 4th of July festival, do you really think about the meaning of the festival? Japanese people go to festival for fun, so most of them are not familiar with the meaning behind of Matsuri. However, the little knowledge of the festivals makes them more enjoyable and fascinating. So today, I will explain about two main points, history and highlights of Matsuri. I'd like to start by history of Matsuri. Japan was originally a country of farmers, so the summer is the most difficult time for them because of weather and disasters. So therefore, people held the summer festival to avoid disasters which happened in summertime. Japanese summer festivals are originally associated with Bon Festival, Tanabata Festival, and Gion Festival. First, Bon Festival is originally started from Bon dance in Heian period. Bon Festival's Bon means a time when people pray for the happiness of their ancestors' soul in next world. It is according to the Buddhist belief that the spirits of the dead return home to visit. Bon is usually the middle of July or August. It depends on the place. Next, Tanabata Festival, also called Star Festival, is usually held on Tanabata Day, which is on July 7th. This festival is said to celebrate the meeting of two stars, Orihime and Hikoboshi. Once upon a time in the universe, Orihime and Hikoboshi met and fell in love. After they got married, they were always stayed together and didn't do their job. The god of the universe got angry and separated them.
My name is Azusa Kitayas. This is
Ever
my
since then,
co-presenter,
they
Mami
are allowed
Miyake.
to see each other
We will explain
only once a year
Japanese
on
is
Tanabata Day.
Ryokan.
Gion
I will explain
Finally,
Ryokan's
Gion
aesthetic
Festival
value.
is a splendid festival held at Yasaka Shrine in Kyoto on July 1st through 29th.
We hope that you learn about authentic hospitality.
This shrine is originally
and
built
cultural
to calm
experience.
ancestors' spirits because Kyoto had suffered from many bad things, including epidemics, fires, floods, and
My
earthquakes.
topic is Ryokan's aesthetic
People thought it was caused by their ancestors' angry spirits.
history.
To keep the spirits from being angry, they held Gion Festival
I'd
at
like to start
Yasaka
by
Shrine.
talking of the
It is
Ryokan.
one of the most historical and largest festivals in Japan. The highlight of Gion Festival is a beautiful float called Yamaboko. It proceeds along the street of Kyoto on July 17th. Now we will move on to the highlight of Matsuri. Japanese people go to festival for seeing dances and floats because they make atmosphere exciting. Most of Japanese summer festivals dance are related to Bon dance, which was influenced by Buddhism. People gather and dance in circle around a wooden platform called Yagura, which is decorated with lanterns.
and temple buildings came to be used as floating
One
houses.
of the famous
and
dances
were
is
open to religious
Tanko-bushi.
devotees and
Tanko-bushi is a coal miners dance.
worshippers.
This dance shows the movement of coal miners.
Private
Let's watch the Tanko-bushi. So as I mentioned, this dance shows coal miners movement. For example, this movement shows miners pushing carts of coal. Also, this movement shows digging coal.
Next, in the Edo period, Hatago was in the Edo period.
Soranbushi is also common dance in Japan. Soranbushi is a fisherman's dance.
To support
This dance is representing the process of catching fish. Next,
This became
floats
important
play a big part
because
in
of the
festivals
development
such
of the
as
money
carrying gold
economy
from
and
shrine to
increase in
shrine.
trade.
There are mikoshi
Next,
and dashi
in the Edo
float
period,
in Japan.
Hondin and Wakihondin was left area
Mikoshi
for
is a
use
portable
by samurai
shrine
and
which
court
carried
nobles.
on people's shoulder.
Moreover, Wakihondin was in
Dashi is a
which
festival
leisure
float
travelers could
with
also
hobbies.
stay.
Nebuta Festival in Aomori Prefecture is famous for floats. At the festival, there are more than 20 large lantern
The
floats
capital and his home.
depicting human figures are paraded through the streets.
Next,
These floats
from
are
the Edo
called
period to
nebuta.
the Meiji period, the form of travel changes
These floats
because
are
of
pushing
railroad.
along the street by
So,
human
the need
power.
for place to stay also changed.
In
After the
conclusion,
end of World War
Japanese
II,
summer festivals
many new
are
locals
related
were
to
built.
Buddhism, also have a strong connection with Japanese
Nearly
lifestyle.
2,000 years later,
Most importantly, people
money
held
to
summer
spend,
festival to avoid disasters
group
which
tourists
happen
and
in
school
summertime.
tourists became
Also
important
pray
in
for their
Japanese
happiness
society.
every year during
Having passed
Matsuri.
through the era of mass transportation, you
Now
can change
you
it
know
to
much
improve
more about
quality,
the meaning of
the
festivals.
atmosphere,
So next, Natsume
which is
will
unique
talk
to
about
each
fireworks. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Sari. Before I start my topic, I have one question to you. When do you think of 4th of July? What do you come up with? Could you say that again in a loud voice? Yes, fireworks. Japan also has lots of magnificent fireworks. We call them hanabi. Hana means flower, bi means fire, so it comes from fireworks, looks like a flower. Japanese fireworks is the symbol of Japanese summer festivals. Today, I will talk about 3 main points of fireworks. First, history. Next, differences of fireworks between the US and Japan. Finally, I'll talk about famous Japanese fireworks displays. Let's move on to the first one. The origin of fireworks is in China in 6th century. At the time, people used it as a fire signal. During the Muromachi era, fireworks came to Japan. The first person who saw the fireworks was Ieyasu Tokugawa, who was a shogun, Japanese king at the time. In 17th century, there were 2 famous fireworks companies, which were called Kageyama and Tamaya. Kageyama was founded in 1659. The founder of Kageyama was Kageyama Yahei. The company has over 350-year history. Tamaya's founder was Kageyama Kiyoshi. At the time, Tamaya was better than Kageyama. However, Tamaya made a disturbance, so a fire broke out and it burned not only the company but also the Edo city. The tragic accident brought about Tamaya's downfall. Next, I'll explain Ryogoku Summer Festival, which was the oldest fireworks display in Japan. It was started on July 7th in 1733. At the time, people have had a year of bad harvest, and a plague ran rampant through Edo city. Therefore, Tokugawa shogunate held a display to pray for an end to the epidemic. Let's move on to the second topic, differences of fireworks between the US and Japan. What are the differences of fireworks is date and the time. In the US, people have only 2 times to watch fireworks in a year, 4th of July and New Year's Day. Basically, it takes about only 30 minutes. On the other hand, Japan has lots of opportunity to watch fireworks all during the year. People can watch fireworks at New Year's and at other events. People can watch fireworks during summer festival, so each prefecture, each area has different fireworks, and it takes about 1 hour to 2 hours. How can you fireworks? People usually go to open space to watch fireworks. However, some of the Japanese use a large roofed pleasure boat, which is called yakata bune. Yakata means roof, bune means boat. In 9th century, it came into fashion, and it was used as luxurious hobby for nobles and samurai. Some of yakata bune were used gold, silver, and lacquer for decoration. Current yakata bune has lots of entertainment in order to not to get bored passengers until fireworks are launched. There is a latest karaoke machine on yakata bune, and also passenger can invite geisha, who are the Japanese female entertainers with conversation, dancing, and singing. People can also enjoy with meal. They are served traditional and typical Japanese food such as tempura, sashimi, or sushi. Including all of the entertainments, it ranges from $50 to $250. Some of those reasons, it is especially popular for passengers who are from foreign countries. Let's move on to final topic, famous Japanese fireworks displays. First of all, Tsuchiura fireworks display. It is held in Ibaraki Prefecture. In 2013, it was chosen as the most popular fireworks display in Japan. Every year, over 700,000 visitors come for the display. During the display, we can see lots of pretty and creative fireworks, such as a heart, a frog, or a smiley face. And there are also lots of famous and pretty Japanese famous characters are appeared. As you can see, this is Pikachu, and this is Hello Kitty. Next, Katagai fireworks display, which is held in Niigata Prefecture. Lots of people come to the Asahara Temple, which is in Niigata, for dedicating fireworks. This display is famous for being the biggest fireworks in the world. In 1985, a pyrotechnician, Zenji Honda, succeeded in launching the world record-setting explosion, filling the sky by covering a distance of 2,625 feet. The size is 8 times as wide as football fields. In conclusion, Japanese fireworks are the symbol of Japanese summer festival. Japanese fireworks have long history, interesting features, and differences such as date, time, and even way of appreciation. Skills cultivated throughout the history are being passed down even today and create fabulous fireworks display in Japan. Thank you for listening. Next, Risa will talk about today's Matsuri.
Thank you, Natsume. So, as we mentioned, there are summer festival and fireworks events in Japan. So, now I'm going to talk about today's Matsuri, which has a unique aspect. That is, the old and the new are blended nicely in today's Matsuri. So, what comes to your mind when you hear festival? Festival is not festival without fashion and food. Don't you think so? So, I talk about festival fashion and Matsuri munchies. Japanese people have an important clothing culture which relates to Japanese summer festival. Japanese summer festival. They have a dress to go to Matsuri called yukata. Yukata has the old and the new aspects. First, I talk about the old points of yukata. Then, you learn about the new points of it. Yukata has a long history and is still important among the Japanese. Let's look at when did we started wearing yukata? Why do people wear yukata at the Matsuri? What color was used in yukata and why? The origin of yukata dated back to the Heian era. Rich people used the clothes made of cotton after taking a steam bath. There have been many reasons for wearing yukata at the Matsuri. It's easy to dance and move around freely in yukata at the Matsuri. People feel more comfortable in yukata because it is made of lightweight of cotton. Japanese people have some old Japanese ingenuity. Yukata in white was used because it avoids the sunlight during daytime. Indigo blue was used to make insects stay away from people during nighttime because Matsuri is also often held at night. Yukata in white and indigo blue were more common in the past. So we still wear yukata at the Matsuri, which keeps the old style with some new changes. Traditional yukata has been simple and graceful. However, yukata is getting more colorful with bright colors today. Also, shorter yukata is becoming more popular with teenagers in Japan. Let's go on to the next aspect, food at the Matsuri. In Japan, there are many stalls like Interstate Fair in Spokane. Japanese people also enjoy the passionate atmosphere with food stalls. Almost Japanese might feel nostalgic for the atmosphere with foods. Japanese people also have traditional foods in street stalls at the Matsuri. The street stalls started in Edo period. At that time, there are stalls that differed from today. For example, Japanese people used to sell tempura. It's easy to eat and make, and it's easy to prepare fast. They have taken over the selling style today. Today, they put their street stalls on as old style. However, there are some differences. The color of the stalls are totally different from old style. They want to decorate the stall colorfully and artistically to attract their customers. So, the food stalls are popular with every generation. They have taken over their traditions as we looked at. Now, you learn many things about festival. I guess you might be getting hungry now, aren't you? So let's go to the most popular food stall at the Matsuri. It is octopus fritters called takoyaki. The average of the cost is $4. Let's get it and watch takoyaki master's cooking style. This speed is real. Can you believe it? Too fast. The master is required to make the foods quickly because their customers are waiting. It's easy to eat while working. Japanese people also have some modern, unique anime culture today. At the Matsuri, there are many stalls that sell anime goods. Recently, anime pancakes are popular and famous. For example, Hello Kitty and Pokemon. Please look at this picture. There are hundreds of Pikachus inside of the machine. That is creepy, isn't it? But the taste is really nice. They are waiting for being eaten by you in Japan. In conclusion, Matsuri is a great opportunity for people to dress up in beautiful costumes. You can enjoy unique culture and food stalls. Japanese people have kept changing its culture with each generation. It is a way to preserve their traditions by creating a new modern culture today. Thank you for listening.
Let's review our presentation. Japanese Summer Festival have long history and interesting features such as dances, fireworks, fashion, and food. Japanese people can enjoy those entertainments at Matsuri.
We hope you had an enjoyable time with us. If you are interested in Japanese Summer Festival, please come to Japan.
Finally, we would like to share the standard call, Wasshoi again. Are you ready? Wasshoi!
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 Thank you so much.
So does anyone have any question? Yes, please. Yeah, this is anime mask. Oh, the question is. So, could you say it again, please? The question is, this mask also part of the festival goods? Yes, this is character mask. This is Kitty's friend. Any other questions?
Yes.
In Seattle, they had, Matsuri, your age actually, they had a wonderful Bon Odori festival. Is that related? Do you know about that at all?
So the question is, the Bon Festival in Seattle is related to Japanese Bon Festival or not? The Bon Festival in Seattle is related to Japanese Bon dance. The Bon dance is especially famous for Japan, but generally, the Bon Festival is famous for all over the world.
Yes.
There's a lot of festivals in your yukata. I have 3. How many do you girls
The question is how many yukata do we have? Actually, I have 2 yukatas, but one of them is from my mother. Yes.
In my case, I have about 4 yukatas. One of them is when I was child, I was given the yukata by my grandmother. So I want to keep it as memories. And others are I got recently.
I have only one yukata, but I have many beautiful obi.
Does anyone have any question? Yes.
So you mentioned lots of kind of festivals. Which is your favorite?
The question is which is our favorite Matsuri? My favorite Matsuri is Nebuta Matsuri. That is I've never been to Aomori Prefecture, but I'm really interested in these floats.
My favorite festival is our dance festival. Our dance is also common dance in Japan. Our dance is very simple and easy, so it's very fun to dance.
In my opinion, I like Tanabata Festival because I like the story. Any other question?
Yes.
I think you said that there were like 70,000 people came to the festival. Is it enjoyable with such a big crowd?
The question is at the Tsuchiura fireworks display, over 700,000 visitors come to the display. And then why?
No, is it too crowded? Is it enjoyable with so many people?
Actually, 7,000 visitors is too many, but then there is a huge space, so it's not so crowded. Does anyone have any questions?
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
for listening.
listening.